Dear students, in this video we will discuss about class 8, chapter number 3, A Dream. Okay, so here this poem is written by Mustafa Tabassum. So let's first discuss about the poet's introduction, that is also written in the last page of your this poem. Okay, Mustafa Tabassum was born in 1899 and died in 1978. He was a poet, critic, educator, editor, and playwright from Pakistan. He was born in Amritsar in British India, who wrote under his pen name Tabassum. He taught at a government college in Lahore and translated many poetical works from Persian to Punjabi and Urdu. His most famous works include his children's poems such as Tot Battered Collection, Ab Sab Hen, To Baaton Mein. Ghulam Mustafa won several awards for his writing, including the Tagma-e-Nisan-e-Sipas Award by the government of Iran and the Sitara-e-Imtiaz Award conferred upon him by the President of Pakistan. Okay, so this is the introduction about the poet. So let's start about this poem, A Dream. Okay, so you can just imagine from this poem, A Dream. That means here the poet dreams about the future of the world. Okay, so you know someone has a dream in his or her life. So you may have a dream to become a doctor, you may have a dream to become an engineer. So there are different dreams, but here the dream of the poet is too different from us. Okay, so let's start. So here has written, how do you imagine an ideal world to be? What things in the world would you like to change? Read this poem and see what kind of world the poet dreams of and whether it is different from the world of your dreams. Okay, so there are four stanzas. So in the first stanza, I say, open your hearts like a new flower. Okay, this is 3 line. Do you know a 3-line poem is known as tercet and a 4-line poem is known as a quatrain. Okay, so in this poem the poet Mustafa Tabassum dreams about the future of the world. So his dream in this poem, the poet's dream is fair justification for all the people. Okay, so here the poet's dream is a fair justification for all the people of the world of different caste, creed and color. Here the first stanza, I say, open your hearts like a new flower. Okay, so here you know, like a new flower, like. So similarly, this is the poetic device used by the poet in this poem. So a simile, you know, a simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two things. Similes differ from other metaphors by highlighting the similarities between two things using comparison words such as like, as, so, or than. Okay, so these words are used in simile. So here, like a new flower. So what does the poet mention in the first stanza? I say. Okay, so here the poet, you know, flowers give lessons to everyone. So what lessons? To hear the poet in the first stanza wants the people's heart to be opened as like blossoming flower. The flower shares its fragrance to everyone. It doesn't create disparities. The flower treats each and every person equally by sharing its fragrance. The people should be. So here the poet mentions that all the people who live in this world of different caste, creed, color, they should have opened their heart, should be opened all beliefs, ideas and also faith. So he urges us that we should not have ill feelings towards the people of other caste, creed, colors. Like a new flower gives its fragrance to everyone, we should behave and also communicate with everyone. So that is the message from the first stanza that the poet wants to give us. Okay, so here the poetic device used in the first stanza is simile. Then next, here second, let the hatred in us flow away like a stream. Let justice be set in your hearts like a stone, standing straight and firm. Okay, so here then the second stanza, the poet mentions that the hatred that we have within us should flow away just like water in a flowing river. So here, 2. Live in peace. We should flow away we should flow away the hatred that we have within us, just like water in a flowing river. And the poet says that justice should stay in everyone's thought like a strong stone standing firm. So here the again the poet uses the poetic device that is also simile. Okay, so here hatred in us flow away like a stream. Then next simile also used, justice be set in your hearts like a stone standing straight and firm. Okay, so here the poet mentions that the hatred that we have kept in with us that must be thrown away. Like the water flowing in a river, we should also throw away all the ill activities, ill feelings of other caste, religions, and also color. So this is the message from the second stanza. Here the poet uses the poetic devices simile. First, hatred in us should flow away like a stream. Then justice be set in your hearts like a stone standing straight and firm. Okay. The next third stanza. I have a dream that one day people all around the world shall eat from the plate of peace and say together we shall stay. So always. Okay. So here the poets dream that all people should live in peaceful and harmony and they should cooperate with each other. He hopes that one day in future all the people of different caste, creed, color will consider as one family. So here in the third line, will people all around the world shall eat from the plate of peace. Okay, so you know a united family eats from the same plate. So similarly here all the people in this world of different color religions, they will be considered as a family. The poet hopes that one day the people will consider the earth as a family, and the poet wishes that the situation will prevail forever. So here in the last line, we shall stay so always. Okay, that means this situation not only for a temporary period, that will be happen forever and ever, prevail forever, and every human being should live in peace. Okay, so here an allusion is a poetic device is used by by the poet here. An allusion, you know, is a figure of speech that references a person, place, thing, or event. Each of these concepts can be real or imaginary. Here, the allusion is used, the plate of peace. The poet, this is an example, okay, plate of peace. This is an example of allusion. Here, the poet is making an indirect reference to the act of eating from the same plate in some communities, which symbolizes harmony in relationships. Okay. The next last stanza. One day a tree will grow high and strong in the garden of justice and live forever. So here the poet strongly believes that the people in the world are treated fairly and the future generation will stay strong like an old tree. So here you know justice is compared with high and old tree, and garden, you know, garden is a guard. Okay, here the garden is world. So a tree will grow high and strong in the garden. So here the poet believes that all the people of the world they will fairly treated and the future generation will be stay strong like an old tree. Okay, so in the first stanza the poet gives an example of the flower. We should open our heart like a blossoming flower. Then in the second stanza the poet advises us to throw the hatred that within us, and we should let the justice just like a strong stone standing straight and firm. Okay, then in the third stanza his dream that one day the people of the world will eat from the same piece of plate. That means he hopes that in future all the people from the different religions, caste, they will live happily from the same piece of plate. Then in the last stanza, the poet hopes that the future generation, the worlds in the world treated fairly, and the future generation will stay strong like an old tree. So here justice is compared with high and old tree, and here garden, you know, world. Okay, a tree will grow. That means the justice will be prevail in the world forever and ever. Okay, so I think this video will help you. If you find any doubt regarding it, then you can comment in the comment box. Okay, thank you.